I found the pages and the map chamber. Why would I need the book?
I've always said that travel...
I'm back at Hogwarts. I wonder when Professor Fig will be back.
Oh.
I did promise him I wouldn't neglect my studies while he was away. Suppose I have enough to distract myself with till he returns with the book.
Tried it?
Yes, no.
Cool.
to learn Depulso, the banishing charm. Useful for pushing objects or adversaries away. Complete the required... and meet me in my classroom.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
What's he doing then? Yes?
Yeah?
What's it then?
Playing Call of Duty.
Ah, is it? You winning?
Come on in. Healing potions are a speciality here, should you need any. What can I do for you today?
What are you doing?
Buying potions?
Cool.
I hope to see you again. Farewell for now. What can I do for you today? hope to see you again. Farewell for now. What can I do for you today? Very good. Never hurts to keep my stocks replenished. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now. A wise decision. Thank you. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Everybody grab a broom, and we shall get started. Mr. Clopton, your attention, please.
Sorry, Madam Kagawa.
Everyone, please welcome a new student to our flying class.
Hello.
The goal of today is to remind all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely, as broom flight is, first and foremost, a means of transportation. This, I fear, some of you have forgotten. Diving, rolling, and loop-the-loops will not be taught or in fact tolerated in this class. We'll leave that to professional Quidditch players, like the Toyohashi Tengu. Not a fan, I take it? Now, let's see how well everyone kept up with their practice over the summer holidays. For those who need a refresher, step up to your broom. Say up firmly and clearly. Then kick your leg over and rest your weight on the seat. Up! Thank you. Now, your turn.
Up!
Up!
Up, you stupid ratty school groom!
Up!
One leg over, so there's a leg on each side. None of that side saddle nonsense. A gust of wind will throw you right off. And if you hear my whistle while you're in flight, ground yourself at once. Good.
I have to be back now. Faith needs to pee.
Okay.
For your first lesson, fly through each ring in the courtyard. Do take care. The brooms are school property. I want them returned in one piece.
This is brilliant! Wish I had my own broom.
Well done. Now that you're acclimatized to your broom, let's see how well you manage with a more advanced exercise, shall we? This next set of rings will take you around the grounds for more of a challenge.
What a view!
Hello. Nice day for a flight.
They did. Did anyone else see that?
Oh, the old boathouse. Wish you could have experienced crossing the lake as a first year. Whoa, our aquatic resident likes to make an appearance once in a while.
I'll say something here that
That wasn't too bad.
Oh, well done! Have a moment? I say, I watched you fly through those rings. You seem to handle yourself on that dusty school broom well enough. I'd imagine you're ready for something a bit more challenging. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We haven't properly met. I'm Everett Clopton. Am I right in suspecting that a Gryffindor like you might be interested in a high-flying adventure?
Can't say no to that. What did you have in mind?
A bit of a detour, so to speak. Follow me. The tour is about to begin. Follow closely now. Right now, we're flying over the Transfiguration Courtyard. Lovely as ever. Let's hope the headmaster isn't having tea by the window today. Nice to get above it all, isn't it? Ahead of the gardens, the Hufflepuff common room windows just peek out. A bit claustrophobic for my taste.
How is Everett flying so quickly?
Here's something handy to know. Lean forward for a burst of speed. Helpful if you need to escape a tricky situation.
Now that's more like it.
You sure you're not part hippogriff? There's the famous bridge. Think of all the magic holding it up. I mean, look at it. And the owlery. That's a bit of solid architecture, isn't it?
Flying tips and a jaunt around Hogwarts. This is quite the tour, Everett.
That's the gallop. This concludes our tour. Let's hurry back. Better hurry and hand in our brooms. Dismount here.
And where have you two been?
Oh, hello, Professor. We were trying to get a bit of extra practice in.
Hefty points will be taken from each of you for not following my instructions. Mr. Clopton, I'm disappointed in you. You're in this class because you're still not showing yourself, or frankly, your broom, the proper respect.
But, Professor...
Enough. Class is finished for the day. As for you, You do well to use better judgment in the future. Chin up. That was some rather good fly.
Sorry about that business with Kagawa, but you have to admit, those views were worth it.
It was worth losing a few house points for that detour.
You seem at home on a broom. Bet if you had a fancy model, you could fly laps around Imelda. She's Kagawa's favorite. I could show her a thing or two if I had my own broom. Hate having to return the school broom after class.
Perhaps I'll have to purchase a broom then.
If you can, you should. Wish I could. I recommend visiting Albie Weeks at Spintwitch's in Hogsmeade. He's always looking to test new models. I'll keep an eye out for you in the sky.
Very, very different to tech platforms messing around with like bot files. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? If you're gonna, so if the question before us was, were there parties who worked together to try to support Biden in ways that make us comfortable about the future of a decent, honest society and democracy? The answer were. And so I think I would validate what you're saying. I think that happened at a few different levels. I think a part of it was the fact that most people of influence in the tech world are educated, and most educated people are more sympathetic to Democrats in the U.S., to liberal positions in general, and they naturally tend to support each other when they start to move in that direction, and even without an explicit conspiracy, there can be an effective one. I don't want to deny truth about that.
I've not forgotten about our library venture. How did you fare? If you're keen for some illicit spell practice, meet me outside the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom. I know a discreet place near there.
Probably, on the other hand, a lot of the promotion of the story was also equally
Good day to you. I require assistance with a delivery and thought you might be interested. Please visit me at J. Pippin's Potions if you'd like to earn a few coins.
Please meet me in the 7th floor corridor as soon as you can. I have an idea for somewhere you can focus on your studies, away from prying eyes and distractions.
Once again, neither here nor there. And it makes no sense for any of us to adjudicate that. If I'm wrong, it really wouldn't have any effect on any of the positions I'm taking in consequence of it.
Okay, Jared, that being the case, what do we do? Hugely powerful companies, they can pretty much do what they want.
Yeah.
They can control what they want. They disseminate information as they want. They're too powerful, surely.
Yeah. So this is very problematic. So going back to the book I mentioned, The Human Use of Human Beings, I didn't mention the opportunity. And I have to say, this book is really hard to read because this guy's an ultra nerd and there's mathematical equations in the middle of it. And it's a great shame. If he'd written it in an acceptable style, I think it would have changed the world. It just wasn't that person, way back to the Manhattan Project generation of scientists, So anyway, the problem is that if you have a computer network whoever runs the network across the world, it's a much more powerful thing than money, powerful thing than votes. It's like the most powerful thing because you're directly in control of the channels of action that exist in this station. And this was a danger that was well articulated and by a variety of people. I tried to say what I could about it at the time, as did a few others. Honestly, most of us in computer science were just so enthralled by the prospect of power that we allowed our kind of our egos to get the best of us. Say, this must be really good. We're the best people to save the world if we get power. And of course that's foolishness. Nobody's perfect, and no concentration of power is And so, this must be really good. We're the best people to save the world if we get powerful. I mean, and of course that's foolishness. No concentration of power is And so, that's what happened. So now we've got this kind of curious situation. Now, that said, there's a weird kind of neutered quality to the new kind of power that makes it a little less horrible than it might be. If you want to look at the comparison, compare with companies like that, Alphabet Intelligence, or the Iranians, or just all kinds of other people. Like, there's a weird thing about Silicon Valley culture, if I can call that, or tech culture, and that it's so nerdy. It's so... We're not supposed to use the term spectrum anymore, but I don't really know what language to use for this. There's this kind of dryness to it that, in a way, it's not exactly traditional power seeking, and it doesn't have traditional power goals. It's
Lumos.
Without a particular direct or sensibility, it's truly different, I think, than previous concentrations of power. I mean, like, you go to Silicon Valley, and every other center of power in history has made itself beautiful and impressive, and Silicon Valley does not. It's just kind of another shitty suburb, you know, and that's strange. But it reflects this kind of incredible nerdiness. And so, Zuckerberg is this kind of very formulaic first-order approximation. Like the world should be more connected, so we'll make it more connected, and that's too good. But there's nothing else. There's nothing else. I mean, of course, the individuals like getting rich, but they don't necessarily have anything to do with that, you know? Google, it's kind of an odd thing. It's like we will organize the world, which I think, by the way, is a misnomer. With that, we don't need to go into the philosophy of that. But the thing is, it's a weirdly neutered thing, and so the main problem with it is different from the problem of, a Putin like who wants to conquer a neighbor, or Xi like figure in China who wants to
Professor Weasley?
this sort of Chinese-centric model of the world that gives no room for even the
Somewhere away from prying eyes.
It's not like either of those things. It's more... It's a weird thing. It's like... The very don't have an agenda, but just is sick of being the one dumped on, you know? It's a strange, inert kind of power to a degree, but...
Forgive me, the headmaster stopped me and I... Merlin's beard! I see you've wasted no time. Well done.
The other thing to say is, whenever you create a center of power...
Shall we?
After you, Professor.
Start off with both of those, then you get Stalin. And when you get rid of Stalin, you don't suddenly get Democrat. You get Putin. Centers of power are seductively horrible for history.
What is this place?
This is the Room of Requirement. It only appears when one is in real need of it. Ordinarily, a student might stumble upon this room entirely by accident. If ever, I don't plan to suggest to you how to find it by walking past that bit of wall, focusing on what you need. But you've managed to reveal the room on your own. While I'm here, we should take advantage of the moment. Now, where is Deke? He must have sneaked past and gone ahead.
Deke, Professor?
The house elf I was speaking to in my classroom your first day. Thought he might help you use the room once you've found it. There's no chance I'm clambering over this mess.
Yeah, just over the last weekend,
This presents the perfect opportunity to teach you Evanesco, the vanishing spell. You can cast Evanesco to vanish certain objects, such as these chairs and other things here in the room. I suggest you practice the wand movements first, then you can clear the chairs away.
But at any rate, whatever. The thing is, I thought, wow, I'm going to come in here, this is a hostile audience. You're not going to want to say, us down in this whatever. But I put in the time, you know what, instead of trying to make money from finding the next person to come along who buys the token from which to pay for it,
Splendid.
Why don't we get
Now,
these things for
cast
fun?
Evanesco on those
Where
chairs.
If you have a token for some piece of art, and some person uses that art in animation, and then somebody else adds music to the animation, and somebody else adds story, and somebody else does this and that, and then it eventually makes money because people are willing to pay for it, then if royalties go back to everybody, then instead of selling the token, you can earn royalties and dividends on it. And
Excellent work. You'll note that you are now in possession of Moonstone. We shall discuss its uses later. Let's move on.
If you go back to Adam Smith, or anybody who's been concerned with how money
Where
works,
in Merlin's name is
the
that
idea
elf?
When you have money, that money goes to work for society. That's how you earn interest on it, and the money goes up in value.
Is that...
The worst thing is to stuff your money in a mattress and pull it out of
my old school bag.
And yet,
I wondered where that had got
it's
to.
sort of been like putting money in a mattress. And
Can't believe it's still here. I'll just take a quick look at this. Give you an opportunity to explore on your own until we locate Deke.
Yes, Professor.
And it's like, I think everybody knows in their gut that the way
Can't you keep it down? Some of us
fulfill
are trying to
it.
rest.
And we need to be more focused on real productivity, real accomplishment, real achievement, building real innovation, and just moving bits around and screwing around with other people's behaviors doesn't actually do anything for the future. And everybody really is in it for the future at the end of the day. That's what people get into tech. So it might just evaporate. Feeling like there's this is a very young audience, and not the same old people I've been talking to for decades. And I just have this kind of optimistic feeling they're open to it, and that there's room for tech culture to improve. I really believe that.
Yeah, well, I know what you mean, Jaron, because I think, as I said to you right at the beginning when we started, I think while many of us are grateful for the tremendous opportunities that being connected with 8 billion other people have given us, at the same time, we cannot ignore some of the terrible downsides, whether they are for society or for our children or for our own well-being. So, and I think a lot of people are starting to wake up to that. And the other thing that resonated with me so strongly is about, these are nerds who've got their own sort of not quite as evil agenda as it might be.
Hope this isn't as precarious as it looks.
But that's because they own the thing that they pick. What happens when they all get forced out or they die or whatever? Who's going to come in and replace them?
I think about that all the time. Like, who exactly is going to inherit Facebook or Meta?
Right.
It's not set up to allow anything. I mean, Cheryl just left, and instead of a new Cheryl, it's just even more concentrated. And that is not the way to create an institution for the benefit of human time. You have to see beyond yourself, and it just hasn't happened yet.
So let me ask you about that, Jaron, because you talked about how this could all have been done differently, and you spoke about it at the time, and the business model is wrong. How do we fix social media, or how do we make it better? How do we make it slightly less worse?
Yeah, slightly less worse. I'll look at that. I think it's problem to say, I'm going to fix it. I'm going to make everything better and everything's going to be perfect. Because whenever somebody says that, this is going to be really crappy. If it's like, I can make this slightly less horrible, no, that's the person you want to listen to. Right. So, I think
how does anyone other than a house elf manage to get around in here?
The current issue of the Atlantic magazine in the U.S. has a piece of mine on how to fix Twitter that I wrote for Mr. And perhaps to no effect whatsoever, we shall see. But what it proposes is an idea that I think is the least invasive and least impinging on free speech way of improving the conversation. And that is to demand
what was that?
Form small associations, like
was that a golden snitch?
Perhaps you should summon your wits and find out.
Reputation and monetary together in that band, like you two are doing with your production here, right? Now, here's the reason why I'm saying that. If you look at all the people who've studied societies that you want to live in, they've all come to the conclusion that that mechanism, which is often called a societal institution, is at the core of maintaining quality. All right? Some of the people who talk about that are
I hope that house elf can find us in here. Yikes! Careful!
Huh? Oh, there you are. Wait right there. Deke will come to you. Hello.
Ah, Deke, we've been looking for you.
Apologies, Professor Weasley. Deke was looking through some of what's appeared in the room since Deke was last here. Is this the student?
Indeed it is.
Deke is honored to meet you.
Deke has been a friend since I was a second year. We discovered this room together. I mentioned you to Deke. We believe that you might be able to benefit from this room like I did. Deke, would you be so kind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. The Room of Requirement will always be equipped for the Seeker's needs. It's unplottable, so won't appear on any map. Most happen upon it by accident, if ever. Deke's seen students in need of an extra file for potions stumble upon the room filled with them. You seem to have accessed it in its form as the Room of Hidden Things.
I was thinking about needing a place away from prying eyes. Brilliant.
Oh, that explains it then.
What I need specifically is a place where I can catch up on my schoolwork without distraction.
Well then, the room can provide you with precisely that. Now, it's time to focus on what you need. Just close your eyes. Imagine the room precisely as you need it. The room will do the rest.
You've given yourself quite a canvas to work with. I look forward to seeing what you do with the space. Ah, and it seems the room has provided you with a desk of description. Excellent. It can identify unfamiliar items of clothing. One should always understand the effects of anything in which one is clothed. You'll find plenty of items of clothing that need to be identified. The desk will be an invaluable resource.
This will be more useful when I have something to identify. I imagine the desk of description will come in handy.
It will. I hope you'll take advantage of it. Now, I'll give you a brief lesson in conjuring. The room might not provide everything you need on its own.
Conjuring?
Yes, the magic of creating or conjuring objects. I'll teach you. Very good. When conjuring more complex objects, you'll need what's called a spellcraft. Spellcrafts are like recipes. They list the ingredients or resources needed to conjure a particular object. You should have acquired some for a potion station and potting table from tomes and scrolls in Hogsmeade.
I did. Where can I find the resources I need?
While resources such as moonstone can be obtained throughout the Highlands, it's much safer and easier to purchase them. They can also be collected by vanishing objects in the room, such as the chairs you vanished earlier. In fact, you should have enough resources for now.
I see. Can I regain resources by vanishing something I've already conjured?
You can indeed. Quite perceptive. Why don't you give it a try? Go ahead and conjure the potion station and potting table. You should find both familiar, since they'll resemble the ones you've already used to study magical plants and brew potions in class.
What?